photographing the way I do, but with my colors, this will change everything.
I got to see each frame, each position of its wing, and they are so beautiful that I have never seen before.
Being able to move quickly and working at my brain's pace and getting those shots in the moment. Having this camera allows you to go out and create the way you want to create.
Until you use it, you cannot even imagine what you have missed.
It's something I've never seen before in my entire life. It's something totally different.
Nikon Z6III. Outperform.
The Z6III is much more than just a generational update. It's a major leap forward for the Z6 line. This camera inherits a lot of the technology from our professional mirrorless models. The response we received to the Z8 and Z9 have been overwhelmingly positive, and we're thrilled to see the stunning imagery that our customers are creating every day with those cameras. In developing the Z6III, we wanted to put as many of the Z8 and Z9's powerful features in the hands of even more users, from photo and video enthusiasts to professional photographers and filmmakers. These features include a high-performance electronic shutter, incredibly advanced autofocus system, and pre-release capture, just to name a few. But that's not all. The Z6III outperforms cameras in its class even further with internal 6K RAW recording, HD video up to 240p, plus a brand new ultra-bright, ultra-detailed electronic viewfinder. And all in a compact, full-frame body built to the same exacting standards of durability as our professional models.
The Z6III, it's unlocked so many more possibilities for anyone that likes capturing action.
The clarity, especially in low light, offers me more of an edge over other cameras.
6K, 60 frames per second, internal RAW, created absolutely stunning results.
That much information captured by a camera that is so small, it's such a powerful combination.
It's a game changer. I could capture every single detail.
The improvement of autofocus just makes shooting easier. You can really stay with the action.
The form factor and raw capability of the Z6III is a great asset for filmmakers.
I've never seen a mirrorless that shoots this amazing slow motion. 240 frames per second is incredible.
It has so much color information, such a high dynamic range. It made my jaw drop.
We can capture the same high quality image as a bigger cinema camera.
It's just a really exciting time in photography.
This is a fantastic camera for someone who's looking to elevate their video production.
Nikon makes cameras for the creatives of the future.
The first word that comes to mind when talking about the Z6III is performance. The key to its incredible power is a world's first partially stacked CMOS sensor. This unique sensor is undoubtedly the single most impactful addition to this camera. Its main benefit is a big improvement in the speed with which data can be read out. The combination of a partially stacked sensor and an X-Speed 7 processor is what makes the Z6III's incredible performance and advanced photo and video features possible. When tracking fast, erratically moving subjects in constant motion, you need autofocus that you can rely on to keep up with the action. The autofocus system in the Z6III is inherited from the Z9 and delivers performance around 20% faster than the previous generation Z6 II. Using Nikon's deep learning technology, the system's been designed to automatically detect and distinguish between 9 specific subjects with face and eye detection for both people and animals. The Z6III can even accurately detect human faces as small as just 3% of the frame. Subject detection works with auto area AF, wide area AF, subject tracking AF, and 3D tracking, all newly added to the Z6 line. Also new is custom wide area AF, which lets you precisely define the coverage of the focus point yourself, depending on your needs. In electronic shutter mode, the Z6III can shoot full resolution 24 megapixel JPEGs at up to 60 frames per second, and 10.6 megapixel JPEGs at up to 120 frames per second. RAW shooters can capture NEF files at up to 20 frames per second with virtually no blackout to interrupt the view through the EVF. Not only is it fast, but the Z6III can also keep taking pictures continuously, either in JPEG or RAW mode, for as much as 1,000 frames. In addition to faster continuous shooting, the electronic shutter also unlocks extremely high shutter speeds, up to 1/16,000th of a second, short enough to freeze even the quickest action. Fleeting moments such as when a bird first takes flight or peak action in sports are always difficult to predict. When you're trying to capture action that you can't anticipate, pre-release capture can help you get those moments. It essentially extends your reaction time by buffering images a full second before you fully press the shutter. You'll be able to get the image you thought you missed, even if you press the shutter a fraction of a second after the action's happened. With a native sensitivity range of 100 to 64,000 ISO, you have a lot of creative options, even in very dark conditions like a performance space or for night photography. And in starlight view mode, the Z6III can still autofocus and provide live view for framing and composition down to an incredible -10 EV. Meanwhile, its 5-axis VR system gives you up to 8 stops of built-in vibration reduction image stabilization. The Z6III also includes our latest focus point VR technology. This works in combination with the camera's autofocus system to optimize stabilization of your intended subject, which is especially useful if your subject is at the edges of the frame. To unlock the full power of the Z6III sensor for filmmaking, video shooters have the option of full frame internal 6K RAW, until now a feature most often found in high-end cinema cameras. Nikon's NRAW format gives you both peace of mind and maximum latitude when it comes to editing, whether you're adjusting exposure or color temperature in scenes with changing light. In addition to NRAW, filmmakers also have the option of recording in ProRes RAW format, and non-RAW video can also be recorded up to 5.4K. Because it's all recorded internally to your CF Express Type B card, there's no need for any bulky or expensive external accessories. And thanks to the Z6III's powerful image stabilization system, footage can also be very effectively stabilized in camera. Taken together, that's an incredible level of agility for filmmakers who need a lightweight, compact setup. And those are far from the only professional video features in this camera. The Z6III also offers a huge amount of control over video frame rates, up to 60p in 6K RAW, 120p in 4K, and even 240p in Full HD with only a 5% crop. That's Nikon's highest video frame rate ever in a full-frame camera, and the highest in its class. The Z6III includes a 3.2-inch 2100K fully articulating touchscreen and various in-camera monitoring tools, including waveform and zebra displays. It also supports a range of professional accessories, including microphones, XLR adapters, Nikon's MCN10 remote grip, and the Atomos UltraSync Blue. And in a first for a Nikon camera, the Z6III adds an audio line-in input, enabling a connection to external professional audio sources such as mixing boards. We believe that as a filmmaking tool, the Z6III is unrivaled in the market, ideally suited to shooting everything from weddings and events to documentaries, sports, music videos, and independent films. Versatile, flexible, and packed with pro features, this camera is a 1.7-pound, compact, cinematic powerhouse.
When Mitch approached me about the project, we started talking about doing something involving dance.
It's time for the first shot of the day. Got our Nikon Z6III.
It's a small body camera, so we could move really fast, and we could be on tripod, then we could move to the gimbal, and Mitch could really easily move around the dancers.
Being able to have multiple copies of the camera makes flowing through a very busy shoot schedule a lot more manageable. One powerful thing about this camera is that it can shoot 6K internally at 12-bit RAW. The ability to just use a slider to adjust the color temperature is such an asset.
We had natural light for most of the day, and then we shot from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so the light changed, and now we have the flexibility to make it even in post.
What's the highest we can do in 4K?
120.
Yeah, let's do it. Nikon has a very prestigious legacy for their optics. The vintage Nikon lenses give a tactile quality to the image that I think gives the viewer an emotional connection to the characters they're looking at on screen. The softness of the focus roll-off really brings the viewer's eyes to the focal point of the frame to be. The lens has a lot to do with the way that somebody connects to a character on screen through their eyes.
Something we talked about with this was really focusing on POV and the main character's perspective, and we have a lot of POV shots or shots that are in her point of view, and that was really important to us too.
So for this scene, we're using the 58mm Noct Nikkor. It's pretty amazing how sharp this lens is, even at a 0.95. I'm impressed.
For me, my favorite part of shooting on the Z6III was definitely the colors, the color palette. We had a really diverse group of dancers, and they were all amazing, and the way the camera rendered everyone's skin tones was beautiful. This is my first time working with a Nikon camera, and it was a great shoot day, and it was a really great experience.
Whatever you're shooting, you'll see a big difference in the Z6III's electronic viewfinder. It offers class-leading 5760K dot resolution and a world's first in a mirrorless camera, DCI P3 equivalent color gamut, which means highly accurate reproduction of delicate shades, especially greens and reds. Not only will you experience more accurate colors, but you'll also notice a huge jump in brightness, 4 times brighter than the Z6 II. A brighter viewfinder means more accurate preview of tones when shooting in HLG high dynamic range modes, and a more lifelike immersive viewfinder experience. That feeling of immersion and a lifelike view is helped even further with a 120 FPS refresh rate option. That's more detail, more color accuracy, greater dynamic range, and a smoother view than any other camera in its class. A first for Nikon cameras, the Z6III is compatible with the new flexible color picture control inside Nikon's free NX Studio software. This feature enables you to use NX Studio's powerful color blender and color grading tools to design your own picture controls, which you can then upload to the Z6III via a memory card. What if you could transfer full resolution photos from your camera to a cloud storage service through a Wi-Fi connection? Perhaps you want to get your photos quickly to an editor or client, or maybe you want your friends and family to be able to access them easily using their preferred cloud storage platform. Introducing Nikon Imaging Cloud, a new camera-to-cloud service which enables you to send photos from the Z6III wirelessly to Dropbox, Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, or Nikon Image Space. The MB-N14 is a new vertical grip for the Z6III that duplicates shooting controls and provides room for an additional ENEL15 series battery, almost doubling the amount of power available for extended shoots. For even greater flexibility when working remotely, the Z6III can be charged and powered over USB using a compatible third-party external battery or power bank. The body of the Z6III is constructed from a combination of magnesium alloy and Cerebo material. This combination provides high impact resistance while keeping the weight down. As well as being physically tough, both the Z6III and its accompanying MB-N14 grip are dust and moisture sealed to the same level as the Z8 and can operate down to -10 degrees Celsius or 14 degrees Fahrenheit. To help prevent accidental damage, the in-camera vibration reduction system is locked in place when the camera's turned off, just like our professional mirrorless models. In addition to its premium build, the Z6III is a very capable camera for professional use, and with a similar menu system and button layout, it can be used seamlessly alongside a Z8 or Z9.
Hi, my name is Joyce, and I had the honor to have Nikon contact me to shoot the campaign of their new camera, the Nikon Z6III. So for this shoot, what inspired me was to create something between a dreamscape and reality, and I want the viewer to feel like they're in a dream. So I would recommend this camera to people that want to do both stills and motion. And you can easily shoot 6K, you can shoot 4K, you can shoot 120 frames per second, and also You can shoot 240 frames per second, which is amazing because I've never seen a mirrorless before that shoots this slow motion. Okay, so there's one thing that I really want to talk about is how bright the viewfinder is. It's really, really bright, and I can literally see every single detail by looking inside the viewfinder. It's like way brighter than the previous generation, so it's really an advantage shooting outside right now. And it's also very, very, very light. So in conditions like this, we're in like hard conditions. We're in the desert in the middle of nowhere, and it's very easy to carry around and like shoot quickly.
The Z6III combines much of the power of our flagship mirrorless cameras with the usability and portability that's always been the hallmark of our Z6 series. Everything from its unmatched viewfinder and intuitive handling to its unique sensor and incredible photo and video features is designed to outperform. We hope you enjoyed this first look at the Nikon Z6III. Be sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this.
All right, let's do it. When you look at her profile and the way that she skates, Sierra Prescott is someone where her soul is shining through her eyes and her smile as she's skating. Her hands fly up into the air, her hair is blowing in the breeze, and she truly embodies what I envisioned skating would feel like and what I would want to experience myself if I was a skater. So I just felt like she was the perfect person for a film like this.
But the ending's so good.
My name's Gevirtz. I'm a filmmaker and YouTube creator. I fell in love with filmmaking, doing it by myself, doing all aspects of it, from the pre-production, the producing, the directing, the shooting, the editing. There's that magic to like creating by yourself, and like it's fully your thing that you put into the world.
From this bowl into this
The most important thing for me as a solo filmmaker is having a camera that is versatile and that has a small form factor.
Let's try that.
But can capture the same high quality image I'm looking for in a bigger cinema camera. And the Nikon Z6III is that camera. That it's small, it's got a good form factor, it's got autofocus, it's got really nice dynamic range. And I could see that there was really nice highlight roll-off in some of those sunset shots when we were up on top of the parking garage. That 6K capability allows you to crop in a little on a 4K deliverable and crop out all that extra stuff that you don't want in your frame. And the nice thing about this camera is it offers ProRes 422, which is a lighter codec where you can still capture really nice dynamic range, really nice colors. Being able to put that right into whatever editing software you're using, color grade really smoothly, and it speeds up your workflow. If time is a restraint on a project, or maybe you're not necessarily someone who enjoys the coloring process of your films, you can get a really cinematic look directly in camera using the flexible color picture control. And because you are still filming in 10-bit, you still have that flexibility in post-production to make additional adjustments to highlights, your colors, whatever you need. I think the thing that most impressed me with the Z6III was that it was a Nikon shooting really gorgeous video. I hadn't shot in Nikon in a really long time, and coming back and seeing all the beautiful colors that this camera was able to produce, the high dynamic range in a camera that is this small, was something that I was really excited about. Something that I found that was really special about this camera was when I hopped on the one wheel, just handheld with the camera in the VR sport mode, and I looked at the footage, I was like, wow, this is looking pretty smooth. There was this really nice organic fluidity to the VR sport mode that I was really enjoying. I was really able to just, put the gimbal down on a lot of shots, which saved me a lot of time. On this shoot, I found myself kind of contorted into all different types of positions. So having the variable flip screen to kind of angle into any position where I could see exactly what was happening was really important. The lenses that I used in this piece mostly were the 24-70 f2.8. It's a really versatile lens that is also really fast and really beautiful. If I'm finding myself in a position where I'm getting a wide shot and I got what I needed, but we still have some room left, I could quickly just punch into 70 and get some tights. And then there was other scenarios where we're skating inside the bowl, this really tight area. I thought, you know, this would be a really great opportunity to throw a really wider lens on. So I was able to use the 20mm 1.8, and it just made the world in that bowl feel so much bigger, and Sierra's movements feel so much faster.
So hectic.
I always say, like, you have to make your passion projects. It's why we all got into filmmaking in the first place. What's going to keep your lust for filmmaking alive is your passion projects. And this is a camera that allows you to just go out and create, which is the thing that we all want to be able to do.